right, we got a little winter project here we're starting for the kids. I think my daughter will enjoy it, but we started out because my son has been interested in a fort here in the Colorado property. So we started that here in the back. We're going to kind of step one of that project is preparing the ground where we're going to put the concrete footings. It's going to be an 8x8 floor up on probably 3 foot tall 6x6s. So that's what we're working on here in the back. It's January, so the ground's frozen. So we're kind of a little project of thawing out where the concrete footings are going to be. And then step one with the kids is going to be part of their, what we call Summit School. It's their homeschool program, is actually going to be building this platform together. So that's probably going to be sort of a January project. We'll bring you along for that. But today is just clearing, doing a little site work. And then step two is actually planning it out with the kids, cutting wood, etc. So we'll bring you along here for clearing out a little bit of the footings, and I'll show you one of the tricks we're doing to do that today. Yeah, so one of the tricks we like to use for thawing these little footings out is a little propane torch. So I've got my propane tank here connected to a torch. You go ahead and turn on your propane gas. We'll go ahead and get that rake out of the way, and then you turn on your gas at the torch, and then get you going here. So now you got a little flame going, and you can go ahead and thaw out your area. So after we get that kind of thawed out a little bit, hopefully you got to test it a little bit to see if your shovel is going to be able to get through. Usually that top layer is the only one that's kind of really frozen, and so once you can get through that, your shovel kind of gets into that under dirt a little bit easier. So it's kind of a back and forth, you know, hit a little frozen patch and you got to get the torch back out. So then you thaw it out a little bit, and then get your shovel work. So right there, that's pretty tough. You could probably hammer through that, but shovel's really not meant to do that, so I might hit that again. So like I mentioned, we're trying to do an 8x8, so we don't want to do more work than we need to break up this frozen ground. So we got one we think is pretty good over here. So we've got 8 feet about right there. So that looks pretty good.
Leave that there for a second.
Yeah, we'll leave this kind of temporarily just marking it with some sticks here. We'll probably need to come back and, I mean, we're at dirt with a couple of these, but we'll have to come back and dig out a little bit farther, and so we can get some concrete footings down there at the bottom. And once we get that one, my wife is staking up that one. So we're looking good here. I think we're looking good on the back one. Again, this is very preliminary work on this project. Site work is an overstatement, but we'll go ahead and measure this back one too. Probably have to shovel that out a little bit. So once she's done with that, we'll go ahead and run this tape on the back side as well. She's just over there. We're not sure entirely what's happening. Oh, this one, dear. This one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, we'll just get generally. Yeah, I still need to get a little closer.
Over there?
I need to get a little closer to the fence. You can go that way a little bit probably with the footing, so we're close enough. Now, because of this, And the angle that we brought this one here is probably going to be way off, or quite a bit more.
We just haven't gone back far.
Yeah, we got.
Is that 8 feet?
Yeah, it's 8 feet.
Yeah,
So.
we just haven't gone back far. We don't want to go too much deeper, otherwise it'll be too far down. We'll have to backfill it. But
we don't have to backfill. We'll just cut our posts, our vertical posts, different lengths. All right. Well, now we're gonna get back to the torch. Sometimes gas doesn't flow through this. I don't like to do a lot of gas coming through here, because sometimes thing's pretty loud, isn't it? Sometimes you just need a little bit to get this torch working as well as you need it to be working. Yeah, get it smoking pretty good. I don't know where my shovel went.
it's just sitting over there under the pile behind the camera.
Yeah. A little by little, like we told you guys, we gotta heat it up. And the reason this one seems to be taller than all the others, I mean, it's because it is taller than all the others, but the reason is behind you guys right now is our big garden tunnel, and coming out both sides of that garden tunnel this year we ran potatoes, and so these are all the winterized versions of our hilled up potatoes. So all this has been frozen, but we're getting down into the big mounds that we had to create to make the potatoes from this last garden harvest. And as you can tell, this is going to be quite a project. That was a big one there. Maybe not as much as I want. If I just kind of step on it here, that gets us going pretty good. Probably need to run that tape again. Yeah, that's not bad.
Some potatoes.
We got some. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we got some little, what do you call these?
Oh, those are ladyfingers.
The ladyfinger taters. From, yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work. Something like that. Can't remember. Whoa. And because this is all our hilled up potato soil, we're certainly not gonna get rid of any of this. We're just transplanting it. It's not the best time to be doing what we're doing to make sure soil health is good, but you can only do what you can do when you know that you're gonna do it.
A bunch of little potatoes in here. That's crazy.
Man, that is good soil. One of the things that my wife and I have been on the journey the last couple years is figuring out just the unbelievable importance of soil health and learning how to, all the different components on turning dirt into soil. My wife gave me a Gary Schroeder there. because I don't know if you guys saw that. I tried to step up on this shovel, but it's ice. And we got a little excavation. I'm gonna show the folks that old tater. And then, man, that hurt. Banged up my whole side. So, can't remember exactly how far. Try to go back here. Let me run that. Yeah, that's a little more still, huh?
Yeah, probably
Good enough for today, my wife says. I got dirt and snow all down.
This is from our compost, our little red worms.
They are.
So happy.
That's one thing we realize once you take care of the soil, all kinds of organic stuff comes on back.
I don't know how they survive. I guess they go deeper in the coal.
Yeah, well, we're messing their world up right now. I'm gonna go, let's make sure we cover all this. Let's break up that little hay on the front there.
Yeah, I will. Once you're done scooping it all.
So like I said a while ago, what we're doing is we want to save as much of this soil as we can. So we're basically, you can see probably see some of our garden tunnel. We had our potato start hilling up back here. We just had a bunch of dead space here. So all we're going to do today is, as we're clearing out these posts, we're going to go ahead and take that soil, even though it's frozen, and kind of build up the potato run here, just so we have the minimum would be the same amount of potato space as we did this season for next season. And then we've got some hay. We'll make sure this is covered. So keep that armor on the soil. And I mean, this might be good enough for today. I don't really know. We don't have our concrete footers or anything yet, but you know, my wife said when the sun's out, you know, you gotta do a little work. And you all might be wondering something that I'm wondering myself, that if this project is part of our kids' homeschool and it's kind of a shop class type thing, where are the kids? And I kind of wonder that too. But you can see them probably off in the distance. My daughter's over there. They don't really want to be on camera, and I respect that, but my daughter's taking care of her new rabbit. Got her about a week ago, and it looks like my son is using rabbit poop as a fire starter and trying to probably either use his ferro rod, looks like that's what's in his hand over there, to create a spark. So this is a Saturday for us, but there's no, once you're got a good homeschool rhythm like we do, school's just part of your life. You're just always learning, always advancing your skill set. And like their parents, the kids, a lot of times what they do to expand their skill set is just experiment with different things, and those two are definitely experimenters. Well, we weren't going to do a big amount of work today, and so we didn't do a big amount of work today, but one of the things we like to do is, if possible, don't have any soil left uncovered. And so we've got some old hay. It was our archery backstop, and so I'm probably just going to have to use a good amount of that to cover these little posts, even though they're going to be covered by concrete, or at least concrete footers here pretty soon. This isn't exactly hay, it's sort of hay and mulch and things like that, but it'll get at least a little bit of protection for the soil. We're going to go put that there and do the other ones. And at least for this little project, I think that's what we're gonna probably call that a day. I'm gonna see if I can get this in without breaking into another bale. Get this footer back here. I'm not sure that's a smart idea or not, but you know, experimenting, I guess you call it. And you all let us know. I mean, this is just kind of more of a vlog video, if you will. Just kind of a, it's not really a day in the life, project in the life, something like that. But if you like these kind of videos, let us know in the comments and try to make more of them. I mean, this is just what we do. I don't know if this is really teaching anybody anything, but if you like coming alongside, we'll bring you alongside whatever we're into.